Hey everyone, welcome back to Redditly. Today's video is titled, Final Update. My wife was caught in a decade-long affair with her cousin. Please make sure you like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss a future upload. Let's get right into it. Alright, it's a long one, so bear with me. This situation happened about 2 weeks ago, and I've gone from fully trusting her to deeply doubting her. My wife and I met when I was 19, and we fell in love quite quickly. She had a 4-month-old child from a previous relationship. The father hasn't been in the picture since I've known her. Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to be a father, but I have a genetic disorder I don't wish to pass on, so adoption was just great with me. Anyhow, we met just like a normal family every day since then. We got married last year. This is going to be my final update, as I've had 2 friends in real life approach me over my original posts, and I'm really uncomfortable sharing this with anyone other than internet strangers. So after this is posted, I'm going to spend a day or so responding to comments before signing out permanently from this account. It was supposed to be a throwaway for these reasons, anyhow. The last week and a half have been extremely depressing and stressful time. I don't know why it took so long for it to set in with me, but in the days after my last update, the new information that my ex gave me concerning her relationship with Max started eating me alive. I started imagining them sneaking off every time my back was turned. I faced the fact that she was never truly mine, that I was just some placeholder man and babysitter here so I could provide a cover for her degenerate relationship. By the end of it, I came to the realization that I'm not going to continue to live my life as an extension of hers. This, of course, means that I will not be seeking any sort of relationship with her son after the divorce. It is the worst feeling I've ever had in my life, but I can't imagine myself ever getting better, ever truly living my life on my own terms, if I can't get out from under her shadow. I know many of you don't want to hear me say this. I never thought I'd have to, but he's still young. I'm still young, and there will be many years to heal from this. Sherry's life has been a living hell for the last 4 days. Her brother had arrived earlier in the week, and she was so relieved to finally see her family in all this. When she introduced me as the ex-husband of Max's AP and that we had been supporting each other through this, he pretty much figured out that we were seeing each other. He took me aside like I expected any big mother might do and expressed concerns that she might be jumping into things too early. I explained to him that she and I had that same conversation and are going easy because of this. I told him that respected his sister and that our relationship mostly began. I knew she had no support locally and being hurt in the same affair, I thought we could relate. I also told him that if they decided it was best for me to go back home, I wasn't going to stand in the way. Her recovery should come first to her, not only for herself but her daughter. After that, he and I got along as well as could be expected. When things were finally looking up, Sherry gets a call from the hospital and Max is in the ICU. He didn't leave a note, so the reasons are still not solid, but he ingested a dangerous amount of antifreeze. I mean, obviously, with all the drama and shame of having his affair discovered, suicide isn't far-fetched. But on the other hand, of all the ways to kill yourself, who thinks of a method like this? I mentioned before that he was rumored to be getting into drugs, so accidental poisoning can't be ruled out. In any case, Sherry is now feeling tremendously guilty over this, as unwarranted as that might be. Max's parents went from universally condemning him to asking Sherry whether or not she'd consider reconciling with him. She told me that she told them she'd consider it, but only because she didn't want to see them hurting anymore on top of this. As of writing this, he's been in the ICU for 5 days. I don't know all the technical terms, but there's a concern with crystal deposits in the brain. Edema. He had a heart attack at some point during this initial treatment, and honestly, nothing really looks good for him. Sherry told me that even if they manage to save him, the amount of brain damage he's received will impact him severely for the rest of his life. I can't say I pity him. I don't wish death or suffering on anyone, but this man had a hand in ruining my marriage, depriving a father of a son, ruined his own marriage, deprived a daughter of having a healthy father in her life. I'm just here for Sherry until she decides what she's going to do with her life following this. If she decides she wants to try and make it work with me, I'm open for that. If she wants to head back south to be with her family, I fully support that too. My ex, I hear she's actually seeing someone now, which probably means there were multiple guys in the shadows, which is hard reality check for me. Apparently, I have the situational awareness of a drunken toddler, or maybe I had blinders on, but holy hell, I have no idea who I was even married to. That's part of my reason for not remaining in my stepson's life. I'll never get past the drama, and I'd have to sit back powerlessly and watch as her poor decisions continue to make his life worse and worse. I hope she smartens up, that her therapist actually gets her thinking right and responsible, but I have serious doubts she'll ever change. It's 6 years of marriage didn't civilize her. I doubt a therapist will. I still don't get what I did wrong. I'm a good listener, I'm a provider, I clean up after myself. I did my best to never make her feel unloved or unwanted. I raised her kids, I helped her aunts and uncles with her home renovations, I had a great relationship with her folks. Her father and I used to go out for beer and watch the game together independent of her, so it's not as if there was some friction in how I dealt with her family. And my family adored and accepted she and her son from day one. There were issues, I guess, but it's not like we had less marriage. We could have better communication there, as there are some conflicts over dominance, but I thought we had strong enough to endorse something like that. Turns out there was really no relationship at all, just a damn illusion. I wish I had something more positive to end this on, but this will be my last update. If you're interested to know what I intend to do with my life moving forward, it's basically one of two options. Both will take place after this event with Max is over. I can't imagine myself leaving Sherry in the middle of all this, since she has been a constant pillar of support for me this whole time. Option 1. If Sherry wants to move back to her home state when this is over, I'll give her a kiss goodbye and send her on her way. No offense to that state, but I don't see a future for me there. If she wants me to go with her, we will have a discussion and I might do some research on the area to see if I'm misjudging it. She makes me happy. She feels like a loving partner ought to feel like. I am not going to tell her how much she means to me because I want her to be making choices that are the best for her and her daughter without me clouding her judgment. If she, in the course of our discussion, tells me she loves me and wants to give us an honest try, I'll tell her how I feel and we'll go from there. I don't want to be morbid, but if Max doesn't pull through, we're both leaving the state anyway. Option 2. If Sherry and I don't continue our relationship, the answer is easier. I have friends and family on the West Coast that I've been missing, and my career has more opportunities for advancement there anyhow. I could really rediscover myself on my own and make a life for myself. In all honesty, this is probably what I'll most likely do. Go surfing again, stay in shape, find someone that'll actually love me, start a family. The possibilities are endless. I've mentioned this to Sherry and she expressed some interest in making a move like that because she's never been out west before. That would be an undertaking. But if the love and the willingness is there, I'd be happy to date her for several months before deciding to take that step. Option 3. I forgot 3. I could just remain here and climb the ladder at work now that there is nothing preventing me from doing that. I'm currently a quality control floor supervisor in the manufacturing industry. Most guys who've worked here as long as me have already gone corporate and sit behind a desk, and that should be me as well. But they needed a night supervisor and I couldn't take the position because of family. I could just remain here and flourish, get myself a new girlfriend, or if for some reason Sherry stays here, pursue a lasting relationship with her. I'm also looking into my disorder to see if any advancements have been made. Maybe there's a way I could get my own children now with no fear of passing anything on. I haven't looked into it in over a decade, so who knows. Once more, thank you all for the support and comments. It's still the start of a lifetime journey, and I'd be lying if I said I felt good about it, but things must go on.